What's the best solar panel for you to buy for your power station? I just did a video about buying solar panels, but there's a question that I've often been asked, and it's about the different types of solar panels and some of the differences and which one is the best one for you to get. So I am going to address that today. But first, let's talk about each of the solar panel types that you may be looking at. And I'm going to put them in two categories: the foldable, portable type category, and then the rigid, non-portable, what I call residential panel category. Both of those have the same basic principles. For example, they both may have a poly panel or polycrystalline panel, a monocrystalline panel, or perhaps the new N-type bifacial panels. Setting that aside, when it comes to foldable solar panels, the most important thing to pay attention to, besides the price, because frankly, they're really expensive, far more expensive, in fact, 4 to 5 to even 6 times more expensive than residential panels. So if you're seriously looking at foldable panels, stop and ask yourself this: do I really need these? Can I use a residential panel instead? Because if you can use a residential panel, well, I just saved you a ton of money. You could buy me a cup of coffee and say thank you. No, seriously though, you can get residential panels for as low as 18 cents a watt, but those foldable panels run usually over $1.50 a watt. It's crazy, folks. So don't buy foldable panels if you don't need them. All right, moving on. Poly, mono, and bifacial. Each of these panels has some strengths and weaknesses. Everybody will tell you today that the bifacial panel is the only one to buy. That's the best. Just get that panel. But I'm going to tell you this. Don't really look at it that way. I have 3 polycrystalline panels that I bought back in 2010 and put them on a ground mount system so that I could move them around at the cabin. And that 615 watt array still continues to put out over 600 watts. Now, in fact, I've seen it put out over 670 watts. Now, polycrystalline panels are the older type panel, and you may have a hard time finding those today, but if you do find some of those, they are slightly less efficient, usually in the 17 to 20% range, and they perform actually better in cold weather than they do in the hottest weather. Other than that, quite frankly, they're less expensive. You'll see them, they're kind of blue when you look at them. Supposedly, they have a more environmentally friendly manufacturing process, and they also don't have very high output. So, for example, you could see them as high as maybe 350 to 370 watts. Typically, you'll see them lower than that. I do have 6 that are 305 watt panels, and I have 3 that are 205 watt panels. They all work perfectly fine, and though they say the poly panels won't last as long as, say, the monocrystalline panels, I got news for you. They last a lot longer than you think. In fact, I have a neighbor that ran some for almost 30 years, or maybe it was 40 years. It was so long, I don't even remember now. Then gave them to his grandson, who still uses them. So when you hear about panels degrading, don't sweat it. Not that much. Now, monocrystalline panels are far more efficient in the 20 to 22% range. They actually perform best in low light, meaning that of all the panels, they do better in low light than, say, the polycrystalline panels do. They're supposed to have a 25 to 30 year lifespan. That is apparently longer than the poly panels, though again, I've seen poly panels run that long anyway. Their performance also drops in extreme heat, but then again, I think they all do. But you can get much bigger, better output on mono panels than you can from the poly panels. The next one I'll talk about, and there are more than 3, but there are just 3 main types, folks. But the next one is, of course, the bifacial panels, which, frankly, that kind of gives away a little bit about those panels. Bifacial panels, as it sounds, have 2 faces, one on either side, which means they can actually capture power on either side of the panel. Now, they are also typically covered in glass, which I did break one once. So, well, I didn't break it, the shippers did, but they can get broken a little easier than, say, the poly panels I have, which are not faced in glass. They're very durable, and they collect light on both sides. However, it is typically a split, 60% up front, 40% in the back is a common split, but they can actually be faced straight up and down, east and west, so that you can collect sun in the morning and sun in the afternoon. In fact, there's a lot of things you can do with bifacial panels, but the beauty of them is that, especially where my cabin is, if I set them up and the sunlight reflects off the snow, they can actually continue to generate power with that sunlight reflecting off the snow on the back of the panels. Now, they are typically more expensive, but I gotta tell you, right now, they're not. And with the new N-type panels, whether they're monofacial or bifacial panels, it really doesn't matter. The kind of circuitry that they're building into these panels today allows them to handle shading really well. In fact, you can get partial shade on those panels and they won't completely drop off, whereas the old panels would. Now, yes, partial shading is going to reduce the amount of power that you can get from that panel, but it's not going to completely shut it down. So that's really nice. Now, if I'm buying panels, and here's the bonus, folks, I'm going to tell you the panels that I would buy if I was out looking to buy some more panels for my cabin. Are you ready for this? I hope you are. And I'm not talking foldable panels because that's a different category for me. If I'm buying foldable panels, I'm actually looking at ease of use, how light they are, how easy they are to pack away or to move around and to set up. So I'm less concerned. Yes, it's nice to have more efficient monocrystalline panels. However, the reality is portable panels are supposed to be portable, and that's what I'm looking for. So if I don't need portable panels, whether I'm using it on a power station or on a do-it-yourself system, I'm looking at residential panels, and the panels that I'm going to get, are you ready for this? Are the ones that cost me the least amount of money. I know, right? Don't get analysis paralysis. Don't spend so much time looking at how efficient one panel is or how one panel performs better in another situation unless you can afford to just spend more money. Me personally, the whole point is to spend less money. If I can do what needs to be done, which is what I call my 25% rule, i.e. I can charge up whatever I need within 4 hours. So I need enough solar input on my charge controller or power station that I'm going to get it charged back up within 4 hours. Then I don't really care what I'm using as long as it doesn't cost me too much. I bought bifacial panels finally. I bought 10 of them from Signature Solar. I got Hyperion 400 watt bifacial panels. And frankly, the reason I bought the Hyperion panels wasn't because they've got a good name, though apparently they do. It's because I paid $122 a panel. I don't want to spend $1 a watt. I don't care how good someone says those panels are. Because if I can accomplish what I need to accomplish with panels that cost me 25 cents a watt, then I'm going to do that. If, for example, I need 3,000 watts of charging power, and I can get 10 300 watt mono panels at less than the price of 10 300 watt bifacial panels, I might buy the mono panels. The only reason I would buy bifacial panels is if I know that even though I only need 3,000 watts, it'd be really nice to have an extra 1,000 or 1,500 or more, and I could set them up to get power from two separate different directions. Well, yeah, then maybe I go with the slightly more expensive bifacial version. But it's only because my calculations tell me that that's going to work better for me. I've been running on poly panels since 2010, and they work just fine. Now, yes, I am upgrading 3 of my 9 panels to bifacial panels here in the near future, but I bought my panels because they cost me the least amount per panel that I could find. That's actually what matters for me. So there you have it, folks. I hope that helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. Am I crazy? Should I only buy bifacial panels? Tell me what you think down in the comments. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw another video right over here for you to check out. Thanks again for watching, folks. Y'all have a great day, and thanks to all my members. I really appreciate your support. Y'all have a great day. The old Jarhead out.